Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of TorgoCraft. I am Master Torgo, and yeah, look, I still live in a hovel, but I like my hovel. It's Torgo wood. It's me. But I do think that we need to upgrade things a little bit because it's. Let's face it, this is like my last place. I come down the stairs, and then I have my enchanting. Even this is not as good as the last one. It's kind of uh, it's a little cramped. So what we're going to do is we are going to make this just a little bit nicer. And so that means that we are going to just create another room right here, and we are just going to open this all out. Now, of course, you probably don't want to see me just dig out a room, but so I'll be right back when I have this room a little better done. Now we are definitely going to make it bigger than this because we got to make a room, an actual room. But one thing I definitely want to do is I'm going to plug this up. I had a bit of a witch problem not too long ago. I'm not sure where she spawned in my base, but she took me by surprise and took me out when I went AFK for a few moments. So I've taken to plugging up areas behind me, not quite knowing where that spawn area came from. So better safe than sorry. You see, we're not just going to make this just any room. We're going to make this nice. You see, I really haven't done much in the way of builds on this channel. I made the park for Hobbiton Volume 1, but that's really it, and I didn't show you any of the process. I just kind of went there and then showed you the finished product. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this room, and I'm going to show you, we're going to do a two-part room in here. We're going to create a paradise inside. We're going to have a nice living room, and then with a window that looks into a fake outdoors. And I think it's going to be pretty spectacular. So join me, please. This is going to be fun. Plus, I get to have all this coal. Now, when you're building a room, a decorative room, you always want to make it bigger than you think you need it. Because you want to put things on the walls. You want to decorate the walls, and that's going to be thicker than you think it's going to be. So it's, yeah, you got to make sure that you have enough space. Yeah, I think I have the room as big as I want to get it right now because we want to make it really pretty. So this is going to be the room itself. Now what we're going to do here is I'm going to carve out an area even further because this is where the room ends, and this is where the false outdoors begins, the atrium, if you will. So this is going to be the end of the room, and then I'm going to have a nice window that will look out into a picturesque fake outdoors, if you will. So, and I've got my shulker boxes all set here here's I have all my stone needs. Here I have my decorative and more floral needs, and here a little extra decoration. If I can, I'm not going to make the room as tall as this. What I want to do is create kind of a false skylight with a false sky. I think that's going to be really neat. And so, yeah, let's keep going. And here we are, both sides completely cut out. Here is our room. Here is going to be the little atrium area. Yeah, this is, I think this is going to be pretty neat. Now, with these things, you kind of want to have a plan in mind. But sometimes it's also fun just to fly by the seat of your pants. And I think that's what we're going to do here, actually. So we're going to start from the ground and move up. So we're going to replace the atrium area with grass, and then I think we're going to go with an oak wood for bottom here with some carpeting. That's going to look pretty good. Now we want to put dirt in this part because, of course, this is the outdoor area. So we're going to make this seem as outdoorsy as we can. Now I am outlining it with birch, and I'm going to do oak for the rest of the center. And the reason why I have this lip here is because, well, that's going to be the wall. So we don't want this gross thing to be the wall. So So we need to, uh, and I don't want to waste good materials, so I just left it as stone down here on the side here. So we have a ring of birch for our room, and then we're going to fill this all with oak. There we are. The base flooring is all done, and now I'm going to move to the walls here. I'm just going to use some basic stone bricks. Jeffy Roth opened a shop in Hobbiton, and he made them available pretty cheaply, so I bought a big chunk of them, so we might as well use them, but we're going to do a few odds and ends with it to make sure it looks pretty. This is going to be the fake sky for our skylight. So I'm using a little bit of wool, a little bit of concrete. But some of this is going to be blocked out, so we're going to create kind of a light effect with this. So let me take that extra piece of wool off there. Come here, Mr. Wool. Now what we want to do is we're going to say that the sun is over on this side. So we are going to, let me get my stone here. We are going to put a bunch of stone right here. I keep missing, but that's okay. And then I'm going to put a bunch of torches, not there of course, right along the side here so that we have a stronger light source on this side. Get rid of you. And because I'm only going to make the ceiling about yay tall or so, and so we're going to put the rest of the walls up and then a little glass on the top, and then we will see you when I get done with that. And there we have it, our little skylight. Yeah, it kind of looks like we're underwater a little bit, but I still like the effect. I think it looks really nice up there. It doesn't make me feel like I'm deep down in my basement anymore. It opens it up, and just a little bit of decoration on the side here. Now we just have to light it up and decorate the room, and then of course work on the atrium. So let's get cracking. Instead of going right to decorating the main room, I've decided to start doing the outside of the atrium instead. So what I've done is I've taken some blue concrete to try to create the border of it to give it kind of that blue sky look. And then let's grab a little bit of bone meal here, and we are going to green this right up. I forgot, I wanted to put a water source in here, make a nice little stream. So that the ground gets all beautifully saturated, and then we can bone meal it all up. And we're going to see if we can't get a nice little tree to grow right here on the edge of the stream. This will be really nice if we can make this work. Oh, look at that! Look at that! That is beautiful. That is gorgeous. Now, while the ground is saturating over here, we're just going to put some glass panes here for our beautiful picture window. We'll place a nice little lily pad right here. Let's see if we can get that. That's pretty. That's going to be nice. That's nice. Maybe another one over here. Yeah? All right. And we're going to cover this up with a little bit of a foliage just to make that real pretty. Now, underneath this foliage, I think what we're going to do is we are going to... Yeah, let's just break that right out. We are going to put in... Oh, went a little too far. We got extra leaves. All right. We're going to put a torch there, and that way we get some light from the corner without it being too obvious. I like that. I like that a lot. I just thought of something. We are going to kind of create a half tree over here to go with this one here. So, oh, this is great. We'll just put the leaves here, like so. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. get a little higher here. We'll just use our wood here to just jump up a little higher and kind of just make this little half tree. Let's see how this looks. Let's see. I might not be so excited about it here in a second. Let's find out. Let's take a look from over here, and oh yeah, oh my goodness, yes. Especially once we fill out the rest of that sky, this is becoming a little paradise. We need light. We want bone meal to make this just as pretty as it can be. Look at this. Yeah, yeah, this is nice. Let's take a look from the window. Let's get the tall grass off of this one. Yeah, there we go. And I brought some flowers of my own so we can spruce this up a little more. Oh yeah, there we go. That is a room with a view. This is great, and you have the running water through it, and the flowers, and the tree. Well, a tree and a half with the fake tree. I really like that, how that kind of works out. This is nice. This is real nice with the. You pull it back here with the top. Oh, that's good. Let's finish making this place. Let's decorate it and make it pretty. So right here we have a spruce wood dinette set right here, so you can look out, sit down and look out at the beautiful outdoors. And let's put a little bit of light right above it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's real nice. That's real nice. Oh, I almost forgot. We want to put in a little carpeting here, and I chose orange because orange is the opposite of the color wheel of blue, so I wanted a good, strong contrast, and also one that would still go with all this wood in here, so it'll bring the browns out a little bit more. So yeah, I think that's real nice. All right, let's make it official. Honey, I am home. Here we are. Now this is a little bit of paradise in a hole in the ground. See, you can make a hovel beautiful. Just shut the door right there. I wanted pictures that were a bit me, so I got my horror side here, and I've got my Donkey Kong video game side here. And again, the beautiful view outside the window, and of course a few things to dress it all up. The blue flowers here to bring up over the blue of this side, and the orange to contrast everything else. And yeah, I am really, really happy with this. And thank you for joining me on this little building adventure. I know I don't do too many of these, but let's go ahead and head back out to the hovel, and we'll say goodbye. I really appreciate you coming on this adventure with me. I really do. And let me know if you want to do more of these sort of things. Wait a second. This isn't where I left off. I don't know. Where am I? This is weird. I don't think I know exactly where I am, except that yeah, I built this in Barry's base. And you know what? That last entrance was false. That my base within Barry's base is somewhere on these grounds. And maybe he'll find it, maybe he won't. But all I know is I have a new place to sleep. Suck it, Barry. Ah, heck with it. While we're here, let's rename a few things, shall we? Let's see. Punk juice. Tribble hearts. Well, I'm going to go rename a bunch of these. I'll show you a few more before I leave, but maybe Barry will post a video and show you what the rest are like. Oh, and you, Wicket. You're not Wicket. It says so on the sign. This is not Wicket. This is Punky Fart Wagon. Now, I don't want to give it all away in case Barry wants to show you some, but I'll give you a few pieces here. We got creeper buttholes, butt apples, furry costumes, Lords of Waterdeep, losses, sing along with the Vita DVDs. He loves that show. Christianity Today magazines, spider droppings, episode 500. You should check out episode 500. Geekshock500.com is what you want to look up. Geekshock500.com. Bad cheese, posh spice, that's a red sign. I bless the rains down in terracotta. Crush groove, that's a movie, kids. And what do we got over here? We got lost episodes of Lost and MAGA hats, and the place things he wants to keep, he can just throw in there, and it'll stay there forever. Well, I think that'll about do it. I'm gonna go back to my home within Barry's home. Thank you for joining me on this TorgoCraft, and I will see you next time. And remember, be good to each other, okay?
Master Torgo, he has simple rules. Be nice and kind to each other, and please don't be a tool. Master Torgo provides a haven for the new, wants to make it somewhat